Welcome to the podcast before the podcast. Before I start anything, I like to pray.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to close our eyes. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you as humbly as possible. I ask you for forgiveness of my sins, known and unknown. I thank you for waking me up today. I thank you for waking my family up. I continue to thank you in advance for everything that I know you'll do for me, and I thank you for everything that you've done already. I just thank you for being such a loving and a forgiving God. I just thank you for this opportunity. I pray for a good conversation. I just pray you guide it, lead, fill our minds up with things to say, and I hope that this can help someone else. Thank you for bringing us through the day, and I pray you stay with us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, what's up, guys? This is the podcast before the podcast. It's your host, Amina, and I am here with a special guest. Introduce yourself, please.
Richard, they call me Uncle Dickie as well.
Okay. Um, it is Father's Day month, so we are going to shed some light on some active fathers. Hopefully, he could drop some jewels and, give us a little something, something. So introduce yourself. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you from.
From Amityville, and I drive trucks. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I'm a father of three, plus, um, I said I'm a father of three.
You got
I
bonus
drive
kids.
trucks, plus, the bonus kids on the side, you know what I mean?
Shout out.
You know,
Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. First of all, how old? I don't know. Do you want to say your age or
I
not?
ain't no secret, I'm
Okay.
41.
Period. 41 years blessed. How old was you when you became a dad?
24.
24. Okay. What's one of the best things about being a father?
I get to carry on my lineage, my kids. Much more enjoyable. The whole fatherhood experience is a good thing. When I was younger, it was a little chaotic, I would say. It wasn't as more enjoyable. The older you get and the later you have kids, the more you enjoy it more.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see it from like all aspects, from you being young, rather if you're a person that's in the street running around,
Right.
to you slowing down and you just a homebody and you just get to see your kids grow. So you do see it from all angles.
Right, the growth. Okay. Would you say, well, of course, what is something that you probably had to work on or learn as a father, being that you started with children? I would say that was kind of young. Older than me, though.
Um, Patience,
Patient.
patience, patience, and accountability.
That's a good word right there. What you mean by that?
Well, patience was, having to have kids in my life and still, operate my normal life. And
Mm-hmm.
then accountability was, instead of me wanting to like run the street or do what I wanted to do, my accountability wasn't there for me. Like I would push that off on like the moms or yo, I gotta go do this, that, and the third. As I got older,
You
you could have.
realize
Yeah, I always been a good dad, but you could have. I could have like,
did more and
yeah,
stuff. I think that's that saying, "Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe." Right? The moms get stuck with the baby. The dads could just come, go, do what they want. Would you say
yeah.
that's the life
I
you was
I,
living?
I agree. I agree. I was gonna say no, but I agree. I agree.
Okay, okay. Thanks for the honesty. Um, have you ever? Okay, do you have one child mother or
No, I have two.
two children? Okay. Was you ever in a situation where they didn't make it easy for you to be a dad?
Uh, yeah, yeah. Because as you know, you a mom, so you
Mm-hmm.
know how you can be, or you females can be at times, and that's just being honest. You at times you can be, excuse me, an asshole. At
We
times.
don't be cursing on here.
That's what I said. Excuse me,
Nah.
excuse my language, but you can be an
Okay.
a hole at times, or that now you can, or you do have that. This is
I
mine.
can't relate, but
No,
go
oh, you
ahead.
can't relate?
No,
Okay,
no.
understandable. Well, there are some that can
I
relate,
know, I believe
and
it.
that's part of the accountability. I'm just saying,
They
at times you got to tell yourself, okay, I could have been a little more easy or went about it a different route.
Yeah. Is there? Anything specifically you could touch on, or no?
Um, I could touch on a few things specifically. Rather just being there for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Just show up. You don't have to have all the money in the world. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to the same thing like when you was coming up as a kid. Rather you had your father or you didn't, or the father was around, he was always constantly working. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
Just show up. You don't have
Right.
to have nothing. Time. That memory gonna last longer than any toy, anything you
That's a fact.
can give them. So just show up.
That's a fact. Okay. Is there anything that your children's mother probably complained about that you had to realize she was right and grow and change?
Yeah, I would say time.
Okay.
I would say
Okay.
time.
All right.
But I've always like, and again, I've always been there. Now I would say timing and her timing.
mm,
I wouldn't say I don't operate on your time.
I feel the same way. I feel like sometimes the other parent be wanting you to stop, drop, and do everything to accommodate them at that moment, and that's not always possible.
You know,
So I can agree with that. Okay. So you've never been in a situation where like you had to deal with court, child support, any of that?
yeah.
You want to tell
There's
us a
been
little
times
bit?
where I've dealt with child support and it's been hectic. Had to make the payments, then lost my license. Had to figure
Really?
out
Wait. So why, if you've been always a good dad, why would you want child support?
again. That goes back to you, vindictive women. Again,
Don't be on here calling names. I didn't call you no names.
I didn't say you specifically. I just said women. I
Okay. All
classified
right.
you as the class that you are.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Are you still on child support?
nah.
How did that go? How did that work?
Always made my payments and I just caught it up and I'm just done.
So what, your
I'm not
kid
done,
reached the
but
age, or did your baby
yeah,
mom take it
I'll
off?
be done. This the last rodeo. As
Wow.
soon as
So
he
wait a minute, you've been
graduates.
paying child support for 18 years and still being an active
Yeah,
father. That's what I like
as
to
you
hear.
should.
That's what I like to
That's your
hear.
kid.
Period. You know, a lot of guys, they be in their feelings about things.
Nah.
They get mad at the
Always
mom,
show
and
up.
it's F the kids.
Yeah, always show up.
Okay, I like that. Um, what advice would you give a new parent, a new dad?
A new dad,
Yeah.
fellas. I'm not gonna hold you. Let me wipe my head for this one. 'Cause, hold on. Now, all jokes aside, though, new dads, I would tell you this: get to know your person before you have kids with anybody. Get to know them. Get to know their parents. Get to know their whole background. Because as time go on, people change. As soon as the baby come, their attitude change. Your attitude change. Everybody changes. Rather if it's having to get up and make formula or change the diaper or I gotta go to work. You home all day. You not doing nothing. Everybody changed when
If
that
she home
baby
all day with
become.
their baby, she not doing nothing?
I'm saying as far as going to work, you know, having to get up at whatever time they have to get up. She changes. He changes. I'm not pointing the blame on one person. I'm
That's what I
saying
like to
both
hear.
change. So get to know who you having a child with. Yeah, it should be like a planned things. Yeah, things do happen and mistakes happen and yeah. But for the most part, get to know your person.
I totally agree, because I feel like that's the reason why we have so many broken homes and so much beef between baby moms and baby dads, because it's like a lot of times, not just the moms, but moms be so upset with their baby dad. Oh, he's this, he's that. But it's like, you knew that before the baby came. And
It
even
did.
if he wasn't when the baby came, things changed. But the lack of accountability makes you think that that other person is, you just throw the blame on them, call them all types of things out of their names. But sometimes you don't even know the level that person could love a child or be a parent. Like okay, for example, there was times when I thought my kid's dad did not love his kids. I'm like, you don't love them. There's no way. And I felt like because you're not doing what I'm doing, you don't love them. But I can't say that because I don't know his level of love, his definition of love, and what he feel like is right or wrong when it comes to them, and his way of parenting. So I am not one of them women who be making it difficult for men. I really don't make it difficult. At least I don't think I do. Um, so, yes, I totally agree with that. Know who you having a baby with. Wait as long as you can. They be like, wait to marriage. If you can, you can. But like you said, things happen. I feel like even so, like let's say you having a baby and you tell the person, I don't want no baby, but they keep the baby anyway because moms could do that. I don't think it's fair to just be like, I didn't want this, I'm out. I mean, I feel like at some point you gotta be like, it is what it is. I
But if a
didn't
guy
prevent
did
you,
say he did not want the child
but
from
he
the jump,
also didn't put on a condom.
I understand that.
So when you know you don't want kids, you gonna make sure you play it safe, especially if you about I don't want no kid with this person. Oh nah, make sure I put on a condom. You want birth control? You can't. Sometimes you can't even trust that.
Yeah, you can't
Still gotta
trust
put on
that.
a condom, and
But
not even just for
but
kids, for
again,
STDs.
if that person stated that from the jump, and rather if y'all was just a little fling or whatever you was, they stated I don't want kids. Maybe they don't want kids because they don't want to be another deadbeat father or carry on a whole nother thing where that child's going to resent not having a father in their life. They don't want to be a father because maybe they don't know how to be a father.
That's true, and I agree. But what happens when she don't listen and still has the baby?
But then that's where she has to have her accountability because you knew you was gonna have this baby and raise this baby on your own. So as far as
So
take
that
her,
excuses the man.
yeah, a little bit, a
Okay.
little bit,
Okay.
a
A
little
little.
bit.
I could agree
So
with a
I
little
don't
bit,
agree
not all
with,
the way.
yeah, not all the way, but a little bit and a big
Okay.
a little bit, not a little
I
bit, a
don't think
big a
it
little bit.
excuses him. I think, like you said, the woman got to take accountability and be ready to be like, I ain't about to bother him when he don't buy diapers. I ain't about to
And
bother him
and
when he don't
and
want
that
to.
still should be with any woman because at any point in time, the relationship can end. Y'all can not be feeling each other. So at any point in time, the woman's gonna always end up with the responsibility of having
Mommy's
that
baby,
child.
daddy's maybe.
Nowadays, there are a lot of women that walk away from their child, and the fathers are stepping up nowadays.
And you know what? Let's talk about that because I feel like a lot of junk get talked. Women will get mad junk talked about them when they do that. But it's like so normal for men to do it. It's like, oh, he's just another deadbeat dad. But if a mom leave her baby with the dad and be like, deuces, she all types of scum of the earth. How is that fair?
Well, I'm not saying it's fair, but it's looked at as the women, y'all are natural nurturers. That baby was inside of you, a part of you, for months. So to not have a bond or attachment to this and just can walk away, it's more hard to understand for a guy or just people in general to understand like how could you leave, you know that
I
you
don't know. Babies stress you out.
I get that
Kids
part.
stress
They
you
do.
out.
I
Kids
get
are
that part.
expensive. Everything that the guy be complaining about,
The mom
the mom
can
could
complain
complain
about,
about too. Like you put the
but
baby in me.
it has to be a
It came
common
out of
ground.
you. It's a part of you. You looking at it. You looking at you. And y'all still be like, bye. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it should be double standards with that at all. And at least she leaving a baby with the parent.
Yeah, I mean,
But I am glad to see that there are fathers that are stepping up because I think that's the harder part. I mean, it should be easier because it is your kid, but it kind of is harder. I know single dads out here, and it's like they kind of do get a little bit more sympathy, a little bit more respect than the single moms just because it's like,
yeah, because they stepping up doing it. I mean, and then a lot of people, a lot of guys don't know how to be a father. And there's no manuscript to this. There's no rules. There's no book. There's no nothing. Like, you just know or go off what you watched or what you seen. Rather, if they had a father, rather the father was in and out their life as growing up and just come in here and go.
that's a
Every
fact.
father is just it's a new process for every dad. It's a
That's a
new
fact.
beginning.
That's a fact. I feel like it could go both ways though. Like you could grow up without a father, and that could make you be a better father, or that could make
Yeah.
you be the same type.
I grew up with both. I had my father in my life. You know, he always been around. When I was younger, I really like I knew of my father. I knew him. Now I'm saying not saying like he wasn't never around, but I didn't have that father figure in the house with me every day. But I got both aspects of having a father in the home and not having a father, and being raised by a woman or women. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that that has anything to do with your parenting style now, or
Yes.
how you
Yeah.
would you say it?
Yeah. I always told myself I'm not going to not be in my kid's life. There's never going to be a point in time where my kids can not call my phone and be like, "Yo, Dad, I need you," or now I'm saying this, that, and the third. I mean, because that wasn't an option for me to be like, "Yo, Dad, rather if it was a fight or I needed some advice or this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And it took a little. Me and my pops, we cool now. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. You know what I'm
That's
saying? But
good.
it took some time for us to get to that because I didn't understand him and his style of parenting. You know what I
Did
mean?
it take for you to have kids to understand it? Because I feel like a lot of times we be having issues with our parents, and we don't understand how they was raising us and what they was going through until we have kids and we have to do it. So would you say that you kind of
I took from it, but nah. I just always told myself I'm just gonna be there and just I mean shit, it was rough at times, but I just always told myself I'm just gonna be there, like show up.
right?
Or I don't want my kids to ever be like, yo, you trying to tell them something. It's like,
Who are you? Ain't
who are
they don't
you?
got no
Like,
respect for you?
yeah.
Yeah, because eventually
And even not being with the mother, I still always held that position. You gotta have respect for your moms.
that's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? Like,
That's a fact. I know you said before that you was in situations sometimes when your baby moms didn't make it easy for you to deal with your kids or see your kids or whatever. Was there ever a time where you actually had to like stop speaking to them or went a little
yeah,
bit of
it was
time?
a time called I know you said there's no cursing on this podcast, but there's a time where it was called F them kids. Yeah, yeah,
FTK.
yeah. F them kids.
Now that's what I want to get on because I feel like there's a lot of men that take. I think that's the easy route out, and there's a lot of men I think who rather go that way than anything,
Some
especially
men are
when.
forced to go that way because of the woman.
No, I don't want to hear forced. And the only
No, no,
reason
no, no,
why I
no,
say
no.
that,
I say forced because if you got one that's crazy controlling and you use the kid as the pawn, then what are you doing to me? Or what are you doing to that
there's
father?
ways around that though. And
Even if you go to court, we can go to court and all that can happen and settle and they can say, okay, you gotta come see your kid this, that, and the third days. That evil woman don't gotta.
what you mean?
I don't gotta meet you over there.
You got to
We was
follow
still
whatever the
out.
court say. I don't. Let me say this.
You might not be that evil one, but there's some
No,
evil ones
and I
out
know that,
there.
and this is why I'm gonna say this. First of all, I had a at one of my sip and rate events, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. There was two fathers in the room. One of them was like going in, and he was talking so much junk about his baby mom. She this and she that, and he just said, "I can't deal with her. F the kids, haven't seen them." And the other man was like, "My baby mom did worse than that. She took me to court. She lied on me. Yes, the court system is set up against us, but you know what? He's like, you know what I did? I learned it."
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
fought it
I
back.
had to
And
learn
right
it.
now he's raising his kids with his girlfriend, due
Mm-hmm.
to the crazy
Mm-hmm.
baby mom. So
It take time. It's
it's
frustrating.
all if you want to go that hard for your kids or not. So
Yeah,
I
it's up to
don't
you.
like. I see a lot of dads. They be like, "Oh, this girl, she bugging. She in her feelings. She this, she that," and they easy to just they take the easy way to just be like, "I'm not dealing with them. I'm not dealing with them kids." Instead of really doing what you got to do, take her to court. You can take mothers to court.
You
You are the
can.
father. You could get visitation. You want to see your kids. You could fight child support. She taking all this out my check, but I do this for them, and because like you said, you still take care of your kids and you still on child support. One of my brothers is in that situation on child support, active in his father's lives. He's going to court down to say, listen, I'm active in my kids' lives. I do this, I do that. Can you lower the payments? Like, can you do this and can you do that? I feel like guys just give up too easily. They don't want to go that.
Yeah, cause you got. Well, I'm not to make an excuse, but some guys give up because it just become frustrating. They keep going down there. You're getting told no, or you getting handed some packet that you got to fill out, or you got to be down here at a certain time in the morning, but you got to also be at work to put food on your table and keep shelter over your head. So at times I can't keep coming down here. Then when you do get a court date, it's during the weekday. God knows if you even got time off or collected enough PTO time or sick
A lot of
time,
guys I'm talking about don't even got jobs.
but then they have no excuse. They need to show up
No
every
excuse.
day.
I agree. I totally agree. I just feel like there's no such thing as I can't see my kids because of her, you know?
Only when they are that nasty individual. Some guys don't want to see their kids. And sometimes that's what it takes for some females. You leave them with the kids.
What do you mean by
You'll get
that?
tired of them.
So
You'll get
okay,
tired
now
of
you see
looking.
how you said there was a time you had to stop
Yeah,
speaking to
and
your kids,
that's
right?
what I did. You'll get tired of them. Friday night will come and you'll want to go out, or Saturday night will come and
That's
you'll want to
true.
go out,
That's
especially
true.
when you're young. You want to
That's
be out
true.
on town on things that's going on. It'll come.
All right, that's true.
Then the text messages will roll in. Hi, how oh the kids miss you. The pictures and stuff start rolling in, and hey,
But that's toxic.
that,
Like for y'all, the
that's
kids, like
that's. I'm sad to say it, but that's most of the black community. It happens in other races as well, but more in our community.
I guess we immature, huh? We lack accountability. We don't know the people we having kids with.
Oh, you know them.
We don't
You
plan.
just choose not to stop and
Yeah.
see all the signs and be like, I'm gonna this is not the one for me. And then you do it again and again and again with how many other kids or babies that you do end up having. You keep doing the same cycle, going after the same thing.
Okay.
I'm
All
just saying,
right.
like
You
females that
right.
get to like 2, 3, 4 baby daddies,
I
like
mean, that's better
eventually,
than having one dumb one. You got 6 kids with him.
I'd rather
He
have
ain't
one
take
dumb
care of the
one than
first two
four.
one. Why you having four more? I'm taking
Yeah.
another chance to see if this one gonna take care of this
No.
one.
Mm-mm. The chances while we dating.
So I can't have more than one baby father.
Yeah, you can. Choose wisely though.
How many baby moms you got?
Too.
Did you choose wisely?
Yeah,
I didn't. But if I had to ever choose again, I would.
I would too. I think we all would.
Definitely. All right. So, anything you want to say? Any advice you want to give? Any like something to probably empower somebody who might not go as hard for his kids or might come up with excuses or might be letting the baby mom stop him from being the best dad he could be or anything like can you give them some type of something to like
The advice I would give them, if they really wanted to be in their kid's life, keep showing up, keep fighting, go down to them courthouses, make the meetings, show up to the football game. I mean, we're in an era now where kids have tablets and everything else. So, I mean, unless the mom is going out the way to really physically block you on that tablet or whatever, contact your kid. You really don't have to like deal with them, other than if you're going to meet to pick them up. And even if that becomes a problem, like you said, go down to the courthouse, get your visitations, get your 50-50 custody. You know what I'm saying? Just don't leave it in the court's hand. Get your rights.
right okay
Keep showing up.
all right I have a question have you ever been incarcerated
Yeah.
okay when your kids were younger
Yeah. Yeah, about halfway.
okay did you feel like your baby mom was obligated to bring them to the
Nah, I
jail
wouldn't
to
have wanted
see
her to bring
you
them to the jail to see me ever at no point in time. I don't want my kids to see me in jail.
all right I'm glad you
I don't
said
even want my
that
kid to know I got locked up. You know what I'm
see
saying? I would never like be like, yo, oh, I got locked up or such, so I this, that, and the third.
okay
Until like they got older and got into like the teen stage of life. Then I sit them down, yo, listen, you can't be doing that. Your pops, when I was younger, I got locked up, such as such, such, such.
sorry I'm trying to find my thing I asked that question for a good reason but I'm not going to get into that right now um all right so like you said show up. And is there anything you want to give to the females to tell the females to maybe try to get them to stop making it hard for their baby fathers to let dads be dads to meet them where they at to stop putting so much expectations on them depending on who your kid father is.
Yeah, for the women, I would say stop being that person. Not only are you hurting the kid, you're hurting yourself, and you're hurting the father, you're hurting the bond, all of that. Let that man be a father while he wants to be a father and can be a father. Whatever grudge you have, let it go.
Let it go.
Put it
Give
aside
it
for
to
the better
God.
of the child. Know what I mean? Because it was all fun and games when you laid down and had this baby with that person. So that shouldn't stop or see no difference in that, oh, my child's going to be in danger or I can't trust my child coming over to your house or being around.
And
You
don't
lay
let them
down
have a
with that
girlfriend
person.
or another
That still shouldn't play no
significant other.
factor.
Right.
Long as that person isn't treating your kid no type of way or your kid isn't coming home saying, oh, such and such mistreated me, bye.
Right. All
Y'all want
right.
them some more? Y'all got snacks? Something.
I might have asked you this already in a different way, but even if I did answer it again, what are some of the most challenging moments of being a father?
Um, the most challenging, I would say, dealing with a mother that makes it
I knew
hard.
you was gonna say Dylan. You gotta relax.
I'm just saying,
We make
you asked
everything
me.
hard.
I said a woman that make dealing with a woman that makes things hard for the father. I mean,
Do you ever make things hard for the woman?
yes,
Okay.
yes. When you want to be an A to me, yes, I will make things hard for you. Other than
You
that,
never make things hard first?
no,
Never.
no,
You've never made things hard
no,
first. You're lying. You had to
never.
grow up as a person, so
I
I don't
still always
believe
did,
that.
but like I told you, I always wanted to be
You
there for
said
my
that. You
kids.
did say that. You right. You did say that. Okay, first of all, how old are your kids?
Right now, we got 18 and 19. And three. I forgot about her for a second.
You
And
don't
three.
mean that.
I forgot about her for a second.
So two boys
And one
and
girl.
and a girl. Okay. Is there a difference there with like your boys and your daughter? Be honest. Yes.
Yeah, my boys, for the most part, they're great. No problems. I mean, they could be in a whole lot of other things in life and giving me a whole lot of difficulties, but for the most part, they're great. You
That's
know,
good. That's good.
college
Shout
and
out to you.
one's a chef.
Okay. Big them up real
And
quick. Yeah.
my baby girl, now her,
How old is she again?
whoo, 3, about to be 4. Man, she make them two look ashamed because, I mean, it's partly my fault too because, daddy's girl.
Yes, yes,
So
yes. She gets
it's a
spoiled.
lot of you want a whooping, I'm going to beat you.
And
But
I'm
nothing
not
ever
doing
happen.
nothing, right?
Bruh.
And she probably run you.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a
Okay.
difference between them two because them two, they grew up together. They was real calm. Her, she's the new millennium baby era, so
Yeah, that's true.
she just all over the place. Very
Yeah,
smart though.
that's good.
But yeah, they're a problem. These new generations.
Okay. Do you feel like I left anything out that's pertaining to fathers? And
Yes, you did leave something
all
out.
right, go ahead. Let me know.
Um, what you left out is our feelings as fathers. We have feelings too. We're entitled to those, and we should be able to express those freely as a father to the mother of our children and have the same, respect and guidelines and boundaries respected.
I agree. I think you probably wouldn't have a problem with that. It's all about delivery. You gotta
Definitely
know.
delivery is a big part of it. Because if a woman comes to town, you gotta have my kid, da, da, da. I'm hitting you with just like this. Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna be late for real. All right. I don't care if you gotta catch the plane.
Hold on,
We're
she's
gonna be
telling you to
late.
hurry up and bring him back.
No, I'm saying we gotta be somewhere by
Shoot,
such and
take your
such.
time
You
with him.
better be here. All right, now we're gonna be late.
You could be
Bruh.
late. I don't care. Okay. I do agree with that. I feel like when it comes to, I feel like the fact that like even me, I can't even get along with my kids. That is ridiculous. Like we share life, and we can. We supposed to be the ones that could.
Did you ever think it was you?
I no.
All
It's
right.
not me.
Is that, do you have, how many kids' fathers do you have that you don't get along with?
Just one.
Just one that you don't get along with?
Yes. I only have two. One is passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
One is living, and we can't get it right. But he says I'm the problem. Do you believe that? Knowing me?
That's a
Whatever.
rough one.
Remember when I asked you about the incarceration? Okay, so I want to be respectful. He says that. All right, when my daughter was born, well, I have four children. I got two girls, two boys, two by one, two by one. When my first daughter was born, her dad had a situation. He was in a hospital or whatever, and straight from the hospital, he went to jail, and he was in there for like maybe like 4 or 5 years. And he says is I'm the reason. Like I guess because I wasn't coming to the. I did go to the jail one time to visit,
Hmm.
and my kid did not like it. Like she was like, "What is this?" She was a baby. It was uncomfortable, and I just felt like it was too much because you decided to go to jail, and he still holds that against me to this day. He says I'm the reason that he couldn't effectively make a bond with them because his other kids' moms was making sure that no matter how many times he went to jail
He's
or for
lying.
whatever reason,
That's that part we talked about earlier.
he's
It's
trying to
called
guilt.
accountability. Yeah, and
Exactly.
he trying to guilt trip you.
But for a second, I was like, you know what? I kind of almost thought I could understand that a little bit.
No, I'm not understanding that at all because one, if my child was didn't feel comfortable, all right, you don't have to come here. Two, I would never want you to bring my child there anyway.
That's what I
That's the
thought.
icing on it. You know what? I did what I did.
You a man, be a
I
man
got a
about
whole
it.
list. I don't want you to bring my child here. That's gonna make it hard for me when I gotta go back here and get behind the doors. Like I don't want you to bring my child. I don't want to
That's
see
how
my
I
child
felt.
see me shackled and cuffed and nah. I see y'all when I get out.
That's how I felt, and
Now I'll beat myself up because I caused this to myself, but as long as I can pick up the phone and I could call and talk and explain to you I'm away or
so am I
I'm
supposed
out
to
on
keep like
business
I'm
or
supposed to
something.
keep the minutes on the phone? I'm supposed to make sure
No.
you could get in contact with us.
I
I
mean,
could, but is that my
at,
responsibility?
at that time, I would say it probably isn't wasn't set up like how it is now, where they can pay for their own phone calls. If y'all was in good standings and that's what the conversation was about with y'all, then yes, you should have had kept minutes on the phone if it was within your budget to not cause you and your child to struggle or be
Exactly.
behind.
Because just because you in jail, people think us on the outside got it easy because we free.
We still
No.
struggling.
If anything, we got it worse because we paying for stuff. Y'all living free up in there. I don't know, but that's how I know I'm not the problem.
Okay.
Um, that was one of the situations, and I don't know. I still be praying for him. I told one of my homegirls that, and she was like,
Well, the kids
"What?"
are older now. Do he reach out to come get the kids?
So he feels like that the kids only hit him up when they want something or when they need something. I feel like that's the type of relationship he built with them because there was a point in time when we did only see you on birthdays, holidays. Like there was times when you never missed a birthday, you never missed Christmas, but then there's 363 more days that you're not there for. He feels like that the kids don't call him and check up on him,
Well, they're getting older.
and I felt like if you have that relationship with your kid, they're gonna do that. And kids are kids. Do your kids call you and check up on you all
Yeah,
the
my
time?
kids, they you might say they grown now. And they still both of my kids will call me and be like, "Yo, dad," or shoot me a text. How you doing? How's your day going?
I
I
feel
love
like
you.
that's because y'all have a bond,
Ah.
though, right?
Yeah,
That's
of
what I'm.
course.
That's the only thing I'm assuming.
I was hard.
So
I was hard on my boys, not hard, but I kept my foot on them, which, as you can see, was good. Know what I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
but yeah, we have a great bond. I tell my kids, you don't ever have to lie to me, even if you mess up or you feel like I'm going to spaz, because that's just how I am. I'm going to spaz and chest house you about the situation, but I'm gonna have your back at the same time. But I gotta
right,
let you know first you was
right.
wrong.
Yes,
Now we
exactly.
gotta clean this mess up.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Um, I forget what I was about to say. Dang. Okay, yes, he said the kids don't call him, don't check up on him.
And then it's just accountability for a lot of guys. Some guys just don't want to fucking be a father, don't want to come around. Excuse my language again. I'm sorry. They just don't want to be a part of that kid life, and it'd be a forever excuse until the kid becomes a teenager and starts seeing that okay, mommy's not the problem. You really just don't want to
Exactly.
be there. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna reach out. I'm not gonna bother you. and it'll ever forever go on as then you caused this.
That's what I just remembered. Okay, there, he even said, because right now he's incarcerated again, and he says that, like, basically, like, he don't feel loved or cared about from them, like when he's like in his situation right now, or me
That's part of his
either.
fault. That's his own doing that he got locked up. If he had a bond with the kids before they got locked up, when daddy called or this, that, and the third, it would be more, when's daddy calling? I can't wait to talk to my dad to tell him X, Y, and Z is going on. Even behind the wall, they would still be amped to talk to their father.
That's what I
Instead
feel
of
like.
constantly getting disappointment. Daddy's in, oh, he's in jail again?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you have to do something different. If what you're doing keeps ending you up in the same place, it's not working for you. Do something different. You can't keep doing that and then end up in jail. What if I went to jail? What would you say about me? If you got a phone call, yeah, your baby mom's locked up, you got to get the kid. I'll be all types of, what are you doing? I da 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 da. But you
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
same thing. But and then you're not even like, I guess birthdays and holidays you buy gifts, but you're not really providing for them as much as I need you to.
Gifts, like I said,
Like,
gifts is just, that's an object. Time. The memory of times of being there.
that's what I try to say. That's what I feel
You ain't
like.
gotta have nothing. Y'all could sit in the backyard
And
and,
talk and
and talk
chill.
and throw
Play
water balloons at
music.
each other or
Right.
something. And that kid is gonna forever remember that.
Exactly.
Forever.
I always say I'd rather a active dad than somebody just sending money. Except if you're a headache, you're just gonna send money, send enough. You know? But I really feel like being present and being active and building a relationship with them matters.
Do both.
And now they're 14, 15, well, about to be 15 and 14. And it's like,
I really ain't
you
thinking about you.
right, and you so angry about it though, and angry with me
Mm-mm.
that you can't even be like, you know what? I gotta start from square one with them as if they just here. I gotta start over. I gotta sit down, get to know them. Let them
And that's
get
a
to
lot
know
in
me.
itself.
Exactly.
That's
And
like we gotta learn each other all over again.
I can say that there has been times when we was like we'll talk and be like, all right, let's get this right, and then it was like he would be like, all right, I need you to come help. Let's go sit down and have a talk. Me, you, and the kids. And I'd be like, all right. But sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I'm not doing that. Why should I do that? I had to grow. I had to get a little bit more mature and realize why not try it. Like I'm willing to try almost anything to make you be in their life because they need a dad. And I don't know. I try. I don't try to make things difficult. I can't help how guys be in their feelings because at the end of the day, he do be in his feelings a lot, and how he feels towards me determines how he shows up as a father, and that's the problem.
I was gonna say that's the problem
And
right
that's the
there.
problem. But
So
I don't
maybe he
know.
still got feelings for you then.
He
Well,
does, of
I mean, it's
course.
only right. I
Nah, I'm
mean,
joking.
a man wants his family back at some point in time. And you get older, you start to see things thinking like, damn, maybe I did mess up, or maybe that was a good one. You know what I'm
But
saying?
then
Same
what
thing for
about
y'all
when I
women too.
don't? That's true. But then what if I'm past that? Like I don't want to be no family with you.
Well, then you gotta accept that, and I mean, he has to accept that and try and make his relationship with his kids greater. And he can start off by showing up on a regular basis, calling on a regular
Consistency,
basis.
exactly.
You know,
All right. This was a good
it is.
convo.
It's not easy, but start the process. Some process is better than no process, but be able to keep the process going. Don't
Hmm.
start something, and that's what happened with most. They start coming back around, build up the bond,
And take it from there.
take it
Yeah, I
from.
see grown people meet their parents or fix their relationship with their parents as they grown, and they get over things, settle it out, and
Yeah,
then boom, I got my dad or my mom in my life now.
yeah.
Is there anything you want to ask me? You got one question.
One
Time's
question.
up.
Nah, I really don't have nothing that I really want to ask you too crazy.
Okay. All right. Well, I think this was a good. Do you think I missed anything else or anything you want to touch on before we?
Nah,
No.
you pretty much covered everything. I mean, we did a lot of talking. Um, I could go on forever on other things. I don't want to really venture off too much off a topic, but
Hopefully, we can have you back. Matter of fact, tell the people what you're coming back to talk about. He'll be back to talk about.
All right, next time I'm back, Uncle Dickie gonna talk about real life topics. We gonna talk about these no good females, how they don't put on for the man that they got next to them that's good and doing right by them. And then we're gonna talk about these guys that ain't no good that just want to be dogs out here in these streets and
Don't want to
sleeping with
grow
these
up.
fleas. You know what I'm saying? And got a good woman at home. So we gonna talk about a lot of good topics. You know.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, I need to thank you for coming through, shedding some lights on how to be a good dad.
Show up,
Show up,
be there,
be there.
consistency.
You said your feelings matters. Anything we need to do, like listen, be quiet, shut up.
No, it's not so much about shut up because that's
Okay,
like
good.
controlling. So I wouldn't really
See,
want to say that. But the way your delivery, try your softer approach. You know, use different words. You know, and see where that go.
and stay out your feelings when you talk off emotions.
And sometimes you gotta let a person know you're not in your feelings about the situation. Because sometimes, even though you're having a conversation and you're talking, sometimes they take it off of old, like an old conversation or old you, and can't depict the tone of how you're delivering it now.
That is true. A lot of people don't recognize your growth sometimes, and that's hard to deal with somebody who act like they don't see it and they still try to meet you where who you used to be. So I agree with that. I'm trying to think. I guess that's all. Before we end, I need you to tell the people something about me.
Something about you,
Yes. Something good, obviously.
she's no good, y'all.
Don't listen to him.
I got a list I can go on and on. Now she's good people's, good spirit, good energy, promote a lot of positive stuff,
you,
She's
thank you.
definitely for the kids.
Thank
Definitely for the
you.
kids.
Okay.
You got an event coming up soon, right?
Yes,
Few
Drew
months?
Day.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
Drew Day, August 15th. Shout
All
out to
right.
that. Make sure you come
Hopefully I
through
can put
and
my little thing
yes,
together.
he's gonna be
Okay.
helping out. That's another thing. If you're gonna be a good dad, or just even if you're not even a dad, but you're a man and you have stuff that you can provide to other children out here that may not know it, may not have it at home. Just show up and pay it forward. You got kids in your community that you could shed some tools on, some life keys and good things. That's good. He's going to be doing that soon. I appreciate that because we need that. That's a lot of problem. Kids don't have guidance sometimes. Positive,
Guidance and
good
the basic
guidance.
tools to survive. We got to send the kids back outside.
Yeah.
They got to go back outside. They,
That's
they have
true.
to. Get them off the tablets, get them back using their motor skills, jumping out of trees.
That's true.
They have to go back outside.
Playing in the dirt,
Yeah,
digging
all
up
that. They got to
worms,
get back
catching
outside.
lightning bugs, all that. Okay. Thank you for coming through on the podcast
Thank you
before the
for inviting me.
podcast. I can't wait till you come back again. And shout out to Vision Studios for having us. We appreciate you guys and we look forward to another episode.